That play active role in our aviation security. So traditionally, what they will be doing on a day-to-day basis is each agency has a terminal for which they are reviewing the passenger list that are coming in. For each of the agencies, they have their own alert systems. The role is that it's a role based, so agency specific. You may have NIB watching a particular set of passengers. NACOP may also be interested in a different group, same as immigration and the like. So each of them will command their own systems, run it, and then process the data in a collaborative manner where in instances where you have a threat coming in which belongs to two agencies, then the two agencies are expected to collaborate and share that incident in that perspective. So just as I indicated in my speech, today marks the end of printing the manual manifest, in the sense that we're going to see through demonstration the interface of the system as we have. But before that, I'll give you some of the key technical tools within there. Now, to have access to the system, we've also created an account for you. Now, as a security installation, we've implemented what we call the multi-factor authentication. So even though you have a username and password, you will always need a token. And the token generates a series of numbers every now and then. So even if somebody has your password, they wouldn't know what the token number is, because the token number generates every 5 seconds. There's a new one. So we've created one for you. So we're going to give you a token which will enable you to log on to the system. And then once you log on to the system, I will spend 5-10 minutes to give you an overview of what the system is. So we'll proceed further. And then
so press please. Go this way.
Okay. Yes.
Very good, sir.
Did you bring the Singapore team?
Oh yeah, I'm going to bring the Singapore team.
What's up, everyone? My name is Sadina Fendi, and you're watching Morris TV. Stay tuned.
Ah, you are too much.
President John Dramani Mahama, the Honorable Minister for Transport, Honorable Joseph Bukari Nikpe, Honorable Ministers of State, senior government officials, members of the Diplomatic Corps, Chairman and members of the GCA board, the Managing Director of the Ghana Airport Company Limited, heads of institutions, Mr. Francis Gavo, the Managing Director of Rock Africa, CK Lim, and the management of Ascent Solutions, the management and staff of GCA, distinguished guests, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen, and a warm welcome to all of you, please. Let me begin by conveying my heartfelt appreciation to His Excellency the President for the honor in appointing me as the Acting Director General of the Ghana Civil Aviation Authority. I am deeply grateful, Your Excellency, and fully committed to advancing your vision of resetting and transforming Ghana's aviation sector into a resilient, secure, and future-ready industry. On behalf of the board and management and staff of GCA, I deem it a privilege once again to welcome you all to this very important ceremony, the official commissioning ceremony of GCA's newly completed Air Navigation Services Complex, and also, most importantly, the Advanced Passenger Information and Passenger Name Record Center. Today's event marks a major milestone, not just for Ghana Civil Aviation Authority, but for our nation and the air transport industry. This complex is one of the most advanced, not only in Africa, but worldwide. And it truly stands as a symbol of our country's strategic ambition to lead in air navigation safety, innovation, as well as regional connectivity. Your Excellency, ladies and gentlemen, the commissioning of this state-of-the-art infrastructure is second only in scale to that in South Africa. And it surely reinforces Ghana's growing role as an aviation hub in the sub-region. This edifice will serve as the operational heart of our airspace management, supporting the 24-hour economy and ensuring that every flight is guided safely and efficiently by our dedicated team of professionals. I also wish to acknowledge the successful rollout of the Advanced Passenger Information and the Passenger Name Record Center, a very timely security initiative that enhances our ability to detect and prevent potential threats before they reach our borders. This achievement reflects the collaboration between the authority GCA, Ascent Solutions, Rock Africa Limited, and our distinguished stakeholders. Your Excellency, Honorable Ministers, distinguished guests, thank you once again for honoring our invitation and for your continued support. Your presence here today is a testament to our shared commitment to aviation excellence, national security, and economic transformation. Thank you, and you are welcome once again. God bless our skies, and God bless Ghana. Thank you.
Thank you. Good morning. Please be seated. Like the minister said, exactly 9 years ago, August, we commissioned this building and kick-started this one. It's taking 9 years, but we're happy to be here to finally commission it. And as he said, Reverend works wonders. And so I can assure you by the end of next year, we'll be here again to commission their new control tower. So let me acknowledge our Minister for Transport and our Acting Director for Ghana Civil Aviation. Ladies and gentlemen, it is with immense pleasure that I join you this morning for this crucial dual ceremony, the commissioning of the Air Navigation Services Building and the launching of the Ghana's Advanced Passenger Information and Passenger Name Record Systems. Today marks another milestone in our effort to strengthen Ghana's aviation sector and project our country as a regional hub for safe, secure, modern air transport services. This is not merely the unveiling of an infrastructural project. It manifests our commitment to transforming our aviation sector through strategic investments, digital innovation, and global best practices. It represents our resolve to build a 21st century aviation ecosystem that is anchored on safety, efficiency, interagency collaboration, and service excellence. As many know, Ghana has maintained a strong reputation for aviation safety and airspace security in the West African sub-region. This reputation has not been accidental. It results from deliberate investment in regulation, in training of personnel, in infrastructure, and the diligence of our Civil Aviation Authority and air navigation professionals. The commissioning of the ANS building today further consolidates these efforts. This ultra-modern facility will now serve as the nerve center for Ghana's airspace management, and it is fully equipped with the following: air traffic services and management, communication, navigation, and surveillance systems, aeronautical information services, and also meteorological services. With this infrastructure, Ghana's aviation professionals, particularly our air traffic controllers and system engineers, will operate in a conducive, technologically advanced environment, enhancing air safety, reducing delays, and improving coordination within the Accra Flight Information Region. But even more critically, this facility underpins our broader national vision to position Ghana as the aviation hub of West Africa. And for that to happen, we must not only build terminals and runways, but we must also invest meaningfully in the invisible backbone of air travel, and that is air navigation and safety oversight. Distinguished guests, beyond the physical infrastructure, today's launch of the Advanced Passenger Information and Passenger Name Record System signifies a technological and strategic leap forward. With the API and PNR systems, Ghana joins the growing list of countries that are complying with the United Nations Security Council Resolution 2178, Annex 9 of the International Civil Aviation Organization global frameworks that enhance border security, counter-terrorism, and safe mobility. The importance of these systems cannot be overstated. They will enable our security agencies, one, to collect and process passenger data in real time, identify potential threats before arrival or departure, streamline immigration and custom procedures, and enhance the overall efficiency and security of air travel. This means that Ghana is not just ensuring the safety of its skies, we're contributing to regional and global security architecture in an age where threats transcend our borders and information is our first line of defense. Ladies and gentlemen, the introduction of the API and PNR systems provides a strong digital platform on which other critical services can be integrated. And that's why I'm directing the honorable ministers responsible for Interior, Transport, and Foreign Affairs to collaborate to ensure that this platform is expanded to enable us quickly implement the long-awaited e-visa services for the country. I'm charging them to extend this system to cover both the sea and land border posts, integration with our e-gate systems, and the adoption of the capabilities to extend to perform the advanced cargo information system, also for the benefits of our customs. These policy directives will ensure the country enjoys the full benefits of what we're witnessing today. The e-visa system will ease visa application processes, it will reduce paperwork and bureaucracy, it will support tourism, and make Ghana an even more attractive destination for business. The future of travel is digital, and Ghana must not be left behind. Furthermore, we must think beyond the Kotoka International Airport. I'm therefore urging steps to integrate these systems at Terminal 2 and the new Kumasi International Airport, and also not forgetting Tamale International Airport. In addition, I expect plans to be drawn for implementing, as I said, the e-gates in order that we are able to enhance the traveler experience. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, none of this would have been possible without collaboration. And so I wish to commend the following: the Ghana Civil Aviation Authority and the Ministry of Transport for their leadership in this project. The Ghana Airports Company Limited for facilitating the infrastructure and space for this project. The various security and border agencies for their coordination, and our international partners, especially XCO of Japan, and all the consultants, contractors, and service providers for bringing technical rigor and innovation to this project. I extend our deep appreciation to Mr. Imaizumi Fumitoshi, Group CEO of XCO. Your belief in Ghana's aviation potential. Thank you. Is he here? Yeah, okay. Your belief in Ghana's aviation potential and long-standing collaboration with our local partners reflects the kind of international partnership we seek to build that is mutually beneficial, respectful, transparent, and enduring. As President, I want to reaffirm our administration's vision for Ghana's aviation sector. We want to see a sector that is anchored in safety and technological excellence. We want to see a sector that is supported by world-class infrastructure and skilled professionals, and one that is driven by a strategy to connect Ghana to Africa and the world. Whether for business, for leisure, emergency services, cargo logistics, or tourism, air travel must be safe, it must be reliable, and it must be forward-looking. These projects commissioned today are steps in that direction. With continued investment, collaboration, and innovation, we can be confident that Ghana will remain a leader in regional aviation and will continue to be a model for other countries on the continent. Again, let me commend all stakeholders who have worked tirelessly to bring these two transformative projects to fruition. These are investments in concrete and code, not just in our national security, but also in economic growth and global connectivity. Let us maintain these facilities and utilize them to their fullest potential, and continue to work together to deliver a safe, efficient, and globally respected aviation sector for the people of Ghana and future generations. May God bless our homeland, Ghana, and make our nation great and strong. Thank you.
The days, special invitees to cast the tape and also unveil
have the honor and privilege as this room to dedicate this building into service of civil aviation and aviation services on the API and PNR systems. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen.
Yes. Very good.
Did you bring the Singapore team?
Oh yeah, I'm going to bring the Singapore team.
Now you get closer, you point it to it, you will take a picture of the open the door for you. So you point it to it.
I like that.
That play active role in aviation. So traditionally what they will be doing on a day-to-day basis is each agency has a terminal for which they are viewing the passenger list that are coming in. For each of the agencies, they have their own alert systems. The role is that it's a role based, so agency specific. You may have NIB watching a particular set of passengers. NAPOC may also be interested in a different, the same as immigration and the light. So each of them will command their own systems, run it, and then process the data in a collaborative manner where in instances where you have a threat coming in which belongs to two agencies, then the two agencies are expected to collaborate and share that intelligence in that perspective. So just as I indicated in my speech, today marks the end of printing manual manifest in the sense that we're going to see through demonstration the interface of the system as we have, but before that I'll give you some of the key technical tools within there. Now, to have access to the system, we've also created an account for you. Now, as a security installation, we implemented what we call the multi-factor authentication. So even though you have a username and password, you will always need a token. And the token generates a series of numbers every now and then. So even if somebody has your password, they wouldn't know what the token number is because the token number generates every 5 seconds. There's a new number. So we've created one for you. So we're going to give you a token which will enable you to log onto the system. And then once you log onto the system, I will spend 5-10 minutes to give you an overview of what the system is. So we'll proceed further. And then
So press please. Go this way.
the one-time code. So the one-time code now is 198. So 198. 198. So, His Excellency, you've officially opened the API PNR system for its usage. So now, we're going to sit, and then I'll take the session.
Now press
So the
please
press,
go
you
to the
can
side
go to
there.
the side. I'm coming this side.
So let's see which flags are coming.
Yes. This is the full architecture that you see here today. So I wouldn't dwell much on this. Because it's a security installation, it is also important that the men and women officers that are going to be positioned here, there's a need for some level of accountability. So as part of our deployment, we also deploy a system that we design in-house called the Atlas Link. What the Atlas Link does is that it helps you track within a geofence location the whereabouts of your personnel. So you will see, so it says that you can see yourself in there because you access the facility with your asset tag. So you can see yourself in there. Now, what it means is that throughout the whole day, officers that are going to be managing this facility, their superiors can basically monitor their whereabouts within the confines of the multi-agency center. So that is one of the tools that we basically implemented as part of our security enforcement. We also ensure that within the confines of the facility, we've implemented a real-time CCTV camera that basically helps monitor so we can see ourselves in here. Now, today we are at the multi-agency command center. We also have another center at the GCA building called the PIU, the Passenger Information Unit. The Passenger Information Unit is where the advanced data processing happens. So they will do the day-to-day processing of data and then pipe it to the multi-agency center. So these are men and women of some of the security agencies seated at the PIU, which is the GCA main head office building. Not here, it's on the other block from the perspective. So these are some of the tools we wanted to bring to your attention in terms of the security nature of the system. Now, having said that, I'll go off the screen and then answer your first question that you said that you want to see which flights are coming in. So Damien, could you please help me? Let's see. So as you can see on this screen, these are all flights coming in today. Some have arrived already. Damien, can we see some? I think Emirates should be on this way. Can we see Emirates flights? Okay, so 8 minutes, arriving in 8 minutes. Okay. In real time. It's arriving at 11:20. We have Ethiopia Airlines also arriving in 8 minutes time. Air Morocco departed this morning. It's 5 hours. It's that almost half its way to Morocco from that perspective. Damien, can we go into the, now for the camera, the media men here, for the purposes of today's activity, we had to breach certain protocol by allowing His Excellency to see in real time the data push. In an ideal situation, what you are about to see, you will not have access to it. The men and women sitting here will not have access to it. It's based on your security credentials. And for the immigration, for national security, NACO, each officer that will be recommended to the facility will have their own credentials that will be used in managing it. So for the purpose of today, and I can see the head of the Controller for Education there. So sir, with your permission, I would like to enter into the system and then show His Excellency some of the records, sir. So Damien, could you please, let's go into the Emirates flight that is coming in now. Let's have a look at it. So, yep. So His Excellency, so these are the passengers en route to Ghana. Now, we've chosen this. This information was known to us prior yesterday. As of yesterday, the agencies knew these people were planned to come in today. So if in the course of the journey, if any of the security agencies identify any person on this list that was of threat to the sovereignty of the country, they would have intervened and ensure that such a person, one, doesn't board the flight, or there are instances where the agencies will say, okay, we see the threat, let them come. You are prepared for him. So they will allow you to board, and upon arrival, the agencies will, the welcome party will take you from there. So another interesting thing is, you can see from here, missing mandatory data. Now, what this system is showing us now is that there are occasions where the airlines do flag setting procedures in that perspective. Yes. So we realize that when we say missing mandatory information, so you typically book a flight, your gender, your travel document, your date of birth, your nationality, the travel document type are all required. So for this particular instances, it was not provided. Now what this does is that it enables the Ghana Civil Aviation Authority, together with the security agencies, based on their operational protocol. If the country's requirement mandates that these fields are important and that you must have them, and they decide not to provide them, then they have cause to respond to them in that manner, from that perspective. So, then can we go back to the P&L? So this is the traditional passenger manifest. Today, what pertains is that every airline is required to print these manifests manually and share with the security agencies. Now, at times, the airline don't even know whether they are giving these sensitive manifests to the right officer. But with the coming on board with the API PNL system, it becomes a thing of the past. Because now all the security agencies sitting in one centralized environment now have access to the manifest data. So they are able to receive the data, do whatever intelligence gathering information that they need to do prior to the arrival of the flight. Damien, can we go on to the Ethiopia airline flight just to show the copy of the P&L information in that perspective?
Your Excellency, a quick housekeeping announcement, especially to our media team, that we wanted to show His Excellency the actuals and not any dummy information. But unfortunately, you are not allowed to send any of these details out there, whether print media or electronic. Please, it's not supposed.
Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and click on the bell for more updates.